The Ravagers, issue 3, written by Howard Mackey, art by Ian Churchill and Tom Rainey. Last issue was its own thing entirely, and we just had a tease of Beast Boy had a dream involving a lot of blood. And Brother Blood was the name being ushered. This issue opens up with Brother Blood. He's talking to some blood witches who give him a prophecy of somebody in the Ravagers will be the key for you to get into the door of all that is created by blood or whatever. They don't say specifically who, but it's someone in the Ravagers. So he calls out to his acolytes and says, all right, find him. He also tacks on morons for some reason. Like, he's very annoyed by his own people for some reason. So we cut back to the Ravagers, and we see Caitlin is standing on a cliff, just doing her same thing she's been doing for the past 2 issues of, like, these kids, they're so dangerous, but I had to save them, but what kind of world have I unleashed upon them? But it turns out that they're literally just, like, skinny dipping because, you know, they found a river and they need to get clean because they've been wearing their Ravager outfits for so long. And Caitlin's like, guys, we don't have time for this. We got to deal with stuff. And like, dude, you smell too. Get in the pool. So Ridge drags her into the pool. And then everyone realizes, seemingly simultaneously, that Ridge, Thunder, and Lightning, their weird little glow Tron pattern things that they got on their clothing, is not actually on their clothing. It's on their skin. And Lightning starts freaking out like, oh God, we're permanently marked of them and all the harvest stuff. And Thunder starts trying to calm her down because, you know, she starts sparking and they're in the middle of water, so clearly she would die if she gets in the water. But then they're like, okay, well, maybe we just need to focus this energy, focus this emotion, to which the blood acolytes show up right then to capture them, and like, perfect timing. So then we got a Beast Boy and Terra plot where they broke into someone's like apartment or something and to steal some of their food. The guy finds them, pulls out a shotgun, and Terra is like, it's 2 against 1, man. Maybe you might want to back down. To which 4 other guys with shotguns show up and just like, you stealing our food? And then they just immediately, Terra starts throwing up earth spikes at them and like lifting them high in the air. And Beast Boy transforms into a wolf and starts attacking one of them. So they get some food, and Beast Boy has another vision of Brother Blood, this time with a whole bunch of different Ravager members like strung upside down. And he's like, okay, that wasn't a dream. That was like a vision. So, yeah, we definitely have to go find them now. Cut back to the fight with the Ravagers, and it's basically Ridge and Caitlin being like, do we know who these guys even are? Are they with Harvest? I don't know. There were a lot of secrets in that group. Anyway, we're going to work on our combos together. And Caitlin picks up Ridge on her back and spins him around and uses his tail to knock over a bunch of people. Meanwhile, Thunder and Lightning are like, ah, man, well, it feels good to fight without having someone tell us that we have to fight. We're fighting for ourselves. And, yeah, sure, whatever. And then one of the Blood Acolytes finally gets the upper hand on him, and they start also overcoming Caitlin and Ridge, and they're like, oh, there's too many. We can't possibly be able to survive this. To which then Brother Blood finally shows up, and he's like, stop, you idiots. Stop attacking them. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't know if, like, you guys were you. Here, is anybody hurt? Lightning, you have a slash on your back. Let me just heal that for you. And he just magically takes away her scar and her pain. And Lightning's like, oh my God, I feel amazing. Hey, Alexi, Thunder, you got to try this. And so he steps up to Brother Blood. We cut over real quick to Terra and Beast Boy, who are just running through the woods. And Beast Boy gets the scent of blood in a nearby clearing, and we see that there's a whole different group of blood acolytes who have a whole bunch of innocent people held hostage, and they're about to sacrifice them and drain them of their blood, to which Beast Boy jumps in and he's like, no! And as he's attacking them, he just starts yelling at Terra of like, the blood, whenever I close my eyes, my memories of my life before, there's always blood. What happened to me? And so, yeah, he clearly has some bad memories of something related to blood, but regardless, Terra's like, they messed with our heads, man. Maybe it's not anything that you actually went through. Maybe it's just something else. And Beast Boy's like, nah, I definitely went through something. And then we cut back to the Ravagers for the final reveal page, and whereas Lightning was, like, healed, and mind you, this entire time, because they were skinny dipping, Ridge, Lightning, and Thunder are all naked. Like, they're all just fighting naked this whole time. And Ridge is just a lizard man, so they didn't even bother censoring anything because there's nothing there. It's just weird. Anyway, Thunder's being like tortured by Brother Blood, and it seems that Lightning doesn't even notice because she's so like wrapped up in her own thing. So I don't know. I'm interested in the character of Brother Blood. That's about where the positive would end there. Maybe the Beast Boy thing could be cool, but I'm iffy on that. They need to find something better to do with Caitlyn, like now, if she's going to be our main narrative centerpiece, because I am so tired already after just 3 issues of like, what have I done to these kids? Like, shut up. Oh, yeah, no, we get it. Harvest did terrible things and you were technically a part of Harvest and then you unleashed them on. I don't care. I don't care. Find a new thing to say. I feel like after the first 2 issues, that little mini arc there, you should have immediately switched it to like, but we'll find a way to live. And then you just did that. You stopped opening every issue with like, oh, but these kids. So yeah, no, it's a, I don't know. I'd say 5.5. It probably deserves a little bit higher than that, but it is still, in my eyes, working off the culling. Like, the fact that it spun out of that automatically gives it some original sin that it has to repent for severely. I'm interested in the Brother Blood stuff. He seems like an interesting character in that he is a charismatic cult leader. Could be cool, but in terms of the actual narrative itself, and also just like, it felt so cheap that all the characters were like naked the whole time. It felt like, oh, how do we sell this to 12-year-olds? I know. Stop.